Yo, Marina, tell the people the good news before we introduce the stages. Huh? Like, right now? What was the good news again? You know, the single most important celebration of our culture, the the Splatfest. Ding, 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 we got a Splatfest coming up quick. Splatfest always get my ink pumping. Yo, Marina, what's the Splatfest theme this time? I'm too nervous to look. You do it. Fine. The Splatfest theme is... What? What is it, Pearly? What's the theme? Tell me! It's the glorious union of eggs and oil. Mayonnaise! Versus the red stuff that runs through my veins. Ketchup! I think she's getting it mixed up with blood, but okay. Psst. Ketchup is boring. It's like the Sheldon of condiments. But boring? At least ketchup has flavor. Mayonnaise is just tasteless lard. Even when it's cold from the fridge, it still somehow feels warm in your mouth. That disgusting mouthfeel. I'd rather lick Krusty Sean's grease trap. Whoa. Okay, we get it. You don't like mayo. But at least mayo is true to itself. Ketchup is just wannabe jam. Sorry? What? You basically just take some fruit and mix it with sugar. Boom. Jam. It's not jam. It's tomato jam. Tomato is a fruit, Marina. I mean, well, technically, yeah. But not really. What do you all think? Head over to the Splatfest terminal and pick a side.
Hello everybody, it's here to you, and welcome back to Let's Play Splatoon 2 Splatfest. In the previous episode, it was July 2017, and we were competing for cake versus ice cream. And today's episode, it's August 2017, and ketchup is better than mayo. The night in Megalopolis Square is so pretty, and I'm so sad I can't see you in the game anymore. Y'all feeling fresh out there? We're off the hook, coming to you live from the middle of Megalopolis Square. Which is the better condiment, mayo or ketchup? Head over to the Splatfest terminal and pick a side. And the Splatfest stages are BLAM! Marina, the statue's eyes glow at night! I swear I saw them glow! Brady, sir, those are just Judd's and Lil Judd's eyes. The reef at night is so beautiful, and all the shops are closed. Let's ink the town red! We made a special stage for this Splatfest. You helped to make the stage? That's amazing, Marina! And now a word from our sponsor. Grisco Industries is hiring. Apply now. Pearl, your corporate chill game is on point today. Until next time, don't get cooked, stay off the hook. Shout out to Arlo. And now for the first match of Mayo vs. Ketchup Sturgeon Shipyard. We're competing for Marina's team on one of Marina's favorite maps. Let's go! So, this is the first official Splatfest. Cake vs. ice cream, yeah, it was treated as a regular one, but it was also mostly a demo, so by most accounts, it doesn't really count as a real Splatfest. Like, for example, if you were looking for the Nintendo Switch Online app to check your stats, Cake vs. Ice Cream didn't even appear at all because it's technically not part of the main game. Mayo vs. Ketchup is technically the first official Splatfest, And it's a pretty good theme to start things off with. Mayo versus Ketchup is a pretty good idea for Splatfest. I personally like Ketchup more because Ketchup is awesome and it goes amazing on burgers, and I love cheeseburgers. So, yeah, this Splatfest went on from August 5th, 2017 through August 6th, 2017. Now, the reason why I'm specifying dates is because some of them are going to be treated a little bit differently over the course of the Splatfest history, but we'll get into that a little bit later in the adventure. So, a few things worth mentioning about how I'm going to be gathering the footage for the Splatfest videos is that, first of all, these were all recorded months, sometimes years ago, so I don't always remember exactly off the top of my head what happens during these things, but I am going through the footage to make sure it's all working properly before recording these videos or anything like that. But you may notice things like that, where this was a couple years ago when the game was still brand new, so we're still kind of learning the maps and things like that, so yeah, you're gonna have to excuse moments like that. Another thing that I'm going to keep in mind while recording footage for these is that there are often times where during Splatfest you'd end up being paired against your own team, either because the game just couldn't find any available teams from the other Splatfest squad, or, well, that's basically the only reason why that would happen. But what I'm going to do for the series is that I'm going to try to make it so that the footage we're using represents the one team versus the other team. We're not going to have like Ketchup versus Ketchup appear too often, if that makes any sense. The reason why I want to do that is because when that happens, the ink colors just appear normally. But for cases like this, Team Ketchup and Team Mayo had their own unique Splatfest colors. So this is something that I definitely want to demonstrate during this adventure as well. Another thing that we'll be demonstrating is that during our adventure for Splatfest, we're going to be demonstrating 2 multiplayer matches. One of them will be a regular stage that you can still play today, but the Splatfest version of that stage. And the other one is something we'll be talking about in a moment that you may have seen during the off-the conversation at the beginning of the video, which is Shifty Station, which is something that was exclusive to Splatfest. Five, 4, tree, blue, gum. Time's up, SpongeBob. I feel like I say that a lot during these videos. But yeah, we did pretty well against Team Mayonnaise. Not too bad. I will definitely try to not be biased when gathering this footage. I will definitely try to show battles where I do lose. But the thing about my team against the other team, that's definitely going to be a higher priority when it comes to that kind of thing, because I want to show off the unique Splatfest colors. Also, geez, only level 8? Wow. This was a long time ago. And now moving on to Shifty Station. Something we have not seen at all during our adventure. Kind of. We did show it off in the local Salmon Run episode, but not really. But anyway, this is Shifty Station, and the really cool thing about this stage is this was a stage where its layout changed depending on the Splatfest. So it basically got like 26 entirely new stages for these events, and it was really cool. And what's also really cool is that even though these only appeared normally during Splatfest, you can still actually play them today. You can only play them in private battles though, but you can play any version of Shifty Station that you want, and it is really, really cool. And something also cool is the fact that Shifty Stations had unique names for each version. So the layout that appeared during Mayo vs. Ketchup, this is called a Wasteland Cool, so that's pretty interesting. And now I'm gonna be quiet for this music because I just love Ebb and Flow so much. One thing that I would definitely say about the creative process behind the videos is that during Cake vs. Ice Cream, I was honestly a bit concerned over whether or not I would have enough to say about the Splatfest to justify doing all these videos. Because before the game came out, Nintendo outright confirmed that Splatfest would go on for 2 years, which means that we would have had at least 24 Splatfests during these things. I believe there are 25 in total if you count Cake vs. Ice Cream, but Yeah, there were 25 Splatfests that happened, and I was kind of concerned over whether or not I'd have enough to say or show off, but luckily, that's what 50 Station is for, so even if I don't have a whole lot to talk about during the Splatfest video itself, we will still be demonstrating what the 50 Station layout was like during that video. So that's something that you can definitely keep in mind. We will be demonstrating every single Shifty Station layout during this game, as well as every single regular stage is shown off during Splatfest nighttime. So that's going to be pretty fun as well. Another really cool thing that I forgot to mention about the private battles version of Splatfest is that not only do they keep every version of Shifty Station, I think they also have every nighttime version of the stages as well. But you can also choose which Splatfest colors to use as well. So if you wanted to play the Shifty Station layout for, say, the sweaters versus socks of Splatfest, you can still use the colors for Mayo versus Ketchup, which is something that you couldn't do during the original time playing through Splatfest. So that's something that's pretty interesting as well. And time's almost up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. The match is almost over. Are we going to be able to do it? Are we going to be able to do it? You already know the answer. The danger sign was on the corner of the screen. Oh my goodness, wow. We completely destroyed them. I kind of just picked a random 50 Station match to use for this video. I didn't remember the results for this one, but wow, that was kind of cool. These Splatfest points as well, something worth mentioning about them is that you get different titles for how, depending on how long you've been playing the Splatfest for. All the titles will be listed on screen right now. It's worth mentioning that I couldn't quite get the highest rank for all the Splatfests, but I will definitely try to demonstrate the highest one that I was able to achieve during the original recordings for these videos. There will be some instances, though, where I kept playing on my own time without recording any footage, and so these videos might not reflect the entire perspective of that, if that makes any sense, which it probably doesn't because I'm bad at commentary. Anyway.
Marina, before we announce the stages, why don't you share the breaking news? Breaking news? What did you break this time? I didn't break anything. I was talking about the Splatfest results. Oh, the Splatfest results are in? Alright, first let's see which team was the most popular. Let's find out. Bada 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 bada. Blam! Blam! Alright. Now for the part that actually matters. Yeah, popularity isn't everything. Time to see which team won the most battles. Please. Bada 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 bada. Blam! Are you kidding me? Wow. Okay, y'all, it's time. The final results. The winner of this Splatfest is... Blam! Aho! It's Mayo. It's Mayo all day, yo. They know we don't play, yo, but stayed out of my headspace cause I'm coming with that cray flow. Wow. A rap song about mayonnaise. I'm sure that'll tear up the charts. Shout out to Team Mayo! We did it, y'all! If you participate in the Splatfest, your prizes are waiting in the square.
So, something worth mentioning about this particular Splatfest is that normally during Splatfest, even for ones where the theme was the same everywhere... Oh my goodness, that's a lot of super seasonals. Also, yeah, unfortunately have to get rid of your Splatfest shirt, which is kind of lame. But anyway, whenever the Splatfests were happening, even if the theme was the same across all regions, they count up the results individually across different regions. So the results of the North American Splatfest might be different in Europe or Japan or things like that. And if they had counted the results across all regions, then Team Ketchup would have technically won the Splatfest. So This is something that we're going to be talking about a little bit later, but you may notice that even though Team Ketchup was far ahead in popularity, they still lost from Team Mayonnaise because they won more matches. This is something we'll be talking about a little bit later in the Let's Play, because this is a problem that was kind of bad for the early days of Splatfest history. But again, we'll talk about that a little bit more in the future. And speaking of the future, in the next episode, we'll be jumping ahead to September 2017 for Flight vs. Invisibility. So thank you all so much for watching this video. It's Splatoon 2 Splatfest, and next time, Lady Gear to you. Oh yeah. Oh, right. As probably mentioned the thing. So recently, Nintendo announced that the Mayo vs. Ketchup Splatfest would be getting a rematch. At the time that I'm recording this video, this rematch has not happened yet, so we don't currently know if there's any difference between this one and the one that happened in 2017. Obviously, there are going to be some stages that will be available during this Splatfest that won't be available in the previous one, but those stages are going to be played in a future episode anyway, so I don't really feel the need to make a whole other video based off this rematch. My current mindset is that we're going to be streaming gameplay from the 2020 version of Mayo vs. Ketchup, and we'll be doing the same for any other potential Splatfest rematches that might happen in the future. If there's anything interesting or noteworthy about these rematches, they will be discussed during the grand finale of the Let's Play.